Well, good day, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I have been doing this since around 2019, and I've started a little bit early where I recap the season for your club this year. Obviously, 17 clubs starting from 17 going through to number one. So let's get into the West Tigers season review now. The way this is set out, there won't be an intro, it'll just be a lengthy video. So let's start off with some of the signings. Now, John Bateman, Isaiah Papali'i, and Api Koroisau, who became the captain of the West Tigers. Now, with Api Koroisau, he played 21 games throughout the season. He scored 6 tries, converted 18 goals. His defense, pretty solid, 87% tackle efficiency, 12 offloads, over 700 tackles made, and average running meters of 50, which is pretty good for a dummy half on an average running meter because, he opens up the game. So, for the captaincy, for the joke, all jokes aside, what he said at the grand final post-match kind of last year has gone away, and he's had a really nice year for the West Tigers. But for me, where the season for the Tigers has been exceptional is Jahream Bula, the fullback who was introduced late in the year. Now, Jahream Bula has played 18 games of NRL for the season. He scored 5 tries and had 7 try assists. He's also had 7 line breaks and 59 tackle breaks, some amazing stats. And this is a fullback that they need to keep long term because teams are going to come for him. Obviously, definitely needs to work on his defense. Only 75.2%, 37 missed tackles for the season with 100 tackles made and some massive running meters at 2,800, around 150 meters per game. So he's up there with the rookies of the year. He could even be the rookie of the year based on the stats I am reading, but a fantastic season for Jahream Bula. Now we get into this man, Luke Brooks, who will be departing the Tigers after a long time with the club. But I thought he had, a pretty nice season. I don't have his stats here, but I want to give him some credit at the start of the year, especially in the win, which I'll speak about in a moment. I thought he was very involved in that game, and his form throughout the year stayed fairly good when he wasn't out injured. So all the best for Luke in his next chapter. But Tigers fans are probably a little bit happy, just a little bit, to see the end of Luke Brooks' journey with the West Tigers. Now, obviously, they beat the Penrith Panthers in round 9, 12 points to 8 there at Bathurst. It was a very rainy night, and the Tigers played to the conditions. David Nofaluma scored in the 50th minute. Tyrone Peachey from the Panthers scored in the 10th minute. Besides that, not many tries in this game, and the West Tigers got a massive win in that game. And I think it was their first win of the season, but I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it was, actually. So it took 9 rounds for them to get the win. Obviously, in round 12, West Tigers defeated the Cowboys for the grand final match at Leichhardt, the last ever game at Leichhardt that we're hearing. 66 points to 18. Massive performance. Joe Ofahengaue scored. Jahream Bula scored. Stafford Toa had a night out, lots of tries, and, defense early on was disappointing, but perfect night for Brandon Wakeham with the boot, 11 from 11. So I think that's their best win of the season as far as that goes. But can you erase that? Because in round 18, when they headed to Townsville to play a Cowboys side looking desperate to lock up a final spot, which unfortunately the Cowboys did miss out on finals, but had a great season, just couldn't get their capitalizer in the last few games. A 74-0. So this is definitely the worst defeat for the Tigers all year. 13 tries conceded in this match and 11 from 13 for Valentine Holmes. But I do want to give them some credit, especially going into the back half of the year. I thought they had some really nice performances, even though they weren't able to get some results go their way. And one of those games is round 23 against the Raiders. Now, I know the Raiders went in as massive favourites being in Canberra, but it was 22 points to 18. Full credit goes to the Tigers in the game, 10-6 at halftime. And if David Nofaluma scores that try in the corner, if you know, you know, the Tigers probably go on to win that game. So I want to give them some credit for that. But yeah, obviously overall, it's a little bit disappointing for the Tigers fans, back-to-back wooden spoon seasons. Tim Sheen's obviously departing as the Tigers coach there after getting him back, and Benji Marshall in his kind of apprentice era taking over the West Tigers next year. Will they go on the up? We thought they might just go on the up this season. I think I had them in 13th in my preseason predictions, maybe 14th. I'm pretty sure I had them as 13th. And look, the signs aren't looking all that good right now. There is some shining lights from the year. Can those shining lights keep it up? Are they going to get rid of more players throughout the off-season? What do you guys think of the West Tigers season in 2023? Do you think they will progress? Do you think they will degress as we go into the 2024 season? Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll get the St. George Illawarra Dragons review out shortly.